Before the age of agriculture, the tribes of humanity were broken up into three tribes. There were the tribes of nature, the druidic tribes of paganism that originated out of England and Europe. There was the monoculture tribes, monopolithic, what is it? Polytheist tribes, which were the Norse gods and the tribes that originated out of Northern Europe and also out of the Mayans culture and the others. They were all polytheists. And then there was the monotheist tribes, which also originated out of Egypt. And this was all occurring before the age of, we say, the age of kings. You could consider it the age of chaos, when the tribes of man were independent, were not working together. There was no sense of culture other than the tribe itself. The last of the mammoth matriarchs is the word I was looking for. The matriarchs, the last of the Mayan matriarchs. She was known by a number of different names. She had lived for thousands of years. She had witnessed all her children and offspring and children's children been killed by man. And for hundreds of years, perhaps thousands of years, she was on a rampage. Her name, Sagarmatha. Sagarmatha was possibly the largest and biggest, most powerful of all mammoths of all time. As the matriarch of all mammoths, her skin was so thick that she could have her skin pierced by the javelins that we had invented. And because of her, man was fearful. She wanted revenge on the death of her siblings, death of her children's, the death of all. And she had waged it for hundreds, thousands of years on mankind. But now she was old, and she had ventured as far away from man to die. And she figured she would go to one place man could not reach her. It was on the top of the highest mountain, a mountain that became known as Sagarmatha, or in Tibet known as Chomolungma, Chongolungma, the mother goddess of the universe, the forehead, or goddess of the sky. She climbed the mountain and lay down, waiting to die. I was making a video that you just interrupted. You can listen. I'm telling the story of Sagarmatha, goddess of the sky. So Sagarmatha had moved all the way up to the top of what we call Everest today, or what the Nepalese call Sagarmatha, to die. She had given up. The scourge of man had overwhelmed and destroyed all the ones that she loved, and she was the last of the mammoths. As she lay down, word came to the three tribes, the tribes of the Druids, that this creature, and they would call her, they had her own name for Sagarmatha. The name for her was, oh crap, what's the name of Cthulhu? They called her the Cthulhu. the world destroyer, the destroyer of man. Cthulhu, we must kill. And the seers had foretold, the druidess, or the druid, had foretold that the death of Cthulhu would lead to the age of man, the age of kings, would change everything that we know. So, the druidess told the king of the chieftains in the Isle of England, or whatever it was called back then, that if the pagans were to destroy Cthulhu, then the pagans would be the ones that would rule the earth for the next 10,000 years, till the end of ages itself. The age of man is coming. The age of kings is coming. And the druid convinced the king to send his son and his most trusted soldiers to venture to destroy Cthulhu, or in this state, Sagarmatha. And they never returned. Word came to the polytheists, tribes, and the polytheist tribes of Zeus and others, and said, the Kraken. The Kraken is the one that must be destroyed. The Kraken is the name of this goddess. And if we destroy the Kraken, the polytheists would rule the age of man forever.